Yikes. Hey ladies, welcome to Gege Vibes Florida. I'm Gege, and today we're gonna get a little bit personal. We're talking about birth control, and y'all see the scar? I finally removed my birth control after 7 years. 7 years, y'all. I've been on the fence about removing my birth control, I wanna say probably for about the past year. Again, so many thoughts were going through my mind in regards to why I should remove it and why I should keep it. But of course, me removing it seems to be the best option for me at this moment. I know y'all probably gonna be like, oh, she's probably thinking about having kids. Not right now. I am honestly just ready to feel like myself. I've been on birth control for the past 7 years, and it's been a roller coaster. Some good perks and then also some bad perks. So I'm on my way right now to my new gynecologist. So that's another thing I had to do. I had to switch my gynecologist because the one I had before, I told her that I wanted to remove my birth control, and she kept telling me like, oh no, just weigh it out. And I told her about the weight gain, and she was like, no, weigh it out. I told her that I feel like my mood, sometimes is off balance. And again, she told me, no, weigh it out. And I was like, this lady's not listening to me. So after doing some research, I found me a new gynecologist, and so far she's good. Like, I really like her. And I told her as soon as I met with her, I said, listen, my birth control has to come out. And she was like, oh, I've never really had any patients that really liked Nexplanon. So that's the birth control I'm on, is Nexplanon. And it's an IUD. They insert it in my arm. And it's a 3-year birth control. And like I said, it has its perks, but no. It's a no for me right now. And if y'all are on Nexplanon, I will be going more in depth on my whole journey with this birth control, so y'all can see why I had to take it out. So we on the road, y'all. So y'all probably trying to figure out, why did I take out my birth control? Well, for starters, the reason why I got on birth control is because your girl's not ready for no child right now. Like, I'm really not ready for a child. And another reason is because I got a lot of things I'm doing right now. So I was on the fence probably for about 1.5 years. Like, do I want to stay on birth control? Do I want to go on a different birth control? What do I want to do? Long story short, I decided to get off. There's so many reasons why that I wanted to get off, is because, for starters, the hormonal imbalances that I dealt with. Like, your girl felt like she was going crazy. From the mood swings, from not wanting to be bothered. I can honestly say I thought I was falling into depression. And I know some of y'all probably had those moments as well. And I'm not going to tell you guys not to get on birth control. This is my own personal experience. But I'm going to keep it very, very raw and uncut with y'all, because there's a lot of people out there that are suffering and don't know which route to take. So the birth control that I was on is Nexplanon. This is an IUD. You keep it in your arm for about 3 years. There are some that you can keep in for 5 years. Mine was for 3 years. And I went to my gynecologist, and I told my gynecologist, like, okay, I don't think I really want to be on this birth control anymore. And she was telling me, just weigh it out. I was like, why? Like, I want to get off of it. I felt the weight gain. Like I said, I was dealing with the hormonal imbalances. I was dealing with, again, the weight gain. Like, I gained over 50 pounds from being on this birth control. And I was starting to feel very insecure. You know, when you go to your family house and they're like, oh my God, you're putting on weight. I dealt with that. And of course, looking in the mirror, I just was not pleased with the person I was looking at every single day. I'm pretty sure y'all been there before too. Second, I've watched plenty of YouTubers, and I had their experiences, being played in my mind. I was on Twitter and I searched the word Nexplanon, and I seen so many people that were telling me about their horror stories. Again, the weight gain, feeling suicidal. There were some that even said they dealt with blood clots. They dealt with liver issues, and these are some of the side effects that some gynecologists don't even tell you about. So you know what I had to do? I had to switch to a different gynecologist because I felt like I wasn't being heard. Like I'm telling you over and over again, I want to get off, and you felt like I should just wait it out. It could have got worse. So I found me a new gynecologist, and I told her about my experiences on Nexplanon. And she honestly told me she's never suggested to any of her patients to get on it. She's always been doing removals. And I'm like, why is she only doing removals? Reason being, this scar, just for them to remove it, like she had to cut, and I'm getting a little deep, you know, she had to cut deep, and I felt everything. And because it was so deep in my arm, I felt the pressure, her pushing it out, and with her using the little tongs, it kept slipping away. So just imagine how painful that was for me. And now every time I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my God, like why did I even think about getting on this? The perks, yeah, you know, you don't get pregnant. But also you have to deal with the irregular periods. Like there were months I didn't have a period at all, and I loved it. But then there were also months that it will come on and it won't leave. Talking about 3 weeks, a month and a half, then it's gone. Then you start spotting, and then I have it all over again. And I would be on the phone with my friends telling them like, hey, girl, you know, I want to go out to the beach and all of this stuff like that. And then like 2 days later, I'm telling them like, oh, you know, my period's on again. They're like, I thought you just told me your period was on. That's what I had to deal with Nexplanon. And not only that, like I do plan on having kids in the future. I'm still young, but I don't know what the long-term effects could be with me being on this thing for so many years. I've even read that you could have ovarian cysts. Like, are you kidding me right now? That's like all of the thoughts that were going through my mind. I can't talk to someone else about it because most of my friends are not on birth control. And they always told me, why are you on birth control? Yeah, I could use different precautions like, you know, a condom and all of this stuff like that. But my overall benefit from it was I didn't want to get pregnant. Yeah, a condom can pop. Yeah, you know, you still can get pregnant on a birth control. But with the Nexplanon, it was 99% effective. I was sold. Then let's talk about the fact that I didn't have insurance last year when I had it reinserted in my arm. I had to pay over $2,000 just to remove the old one and reinsert the new one. I got it reinserted in September. Here we are in April, and I said it has to go. So ladies, if you're dealing with birth control and you don't know like if you stay on it or if you should get off of it, I'm here to tell you, listen to your body. I am honestly ready to feel like myself again, because I can say for the past 7 years, I haven't felt like Georgette or Gege because my body has been all over the place. The thoughts, the headaches. Like I told my gynecologist, I was dealing with headaches that felt like migraines. I remember being in the car sometime and I would actually have my menstrual cycle and I felt like a knife was literally stabbing me through my stomach. Like it was unbearable. I had to pull over to the side and I just couldn't, you know, operate. Like I was just not functioning like myself. And I'm ready to regain control of my life. And I'm so happy I got off of this birth control. I will be tuning back in with y'all to give y'all an update because again, it's very fresh and I'm still excited to be off of it. But yeah, Nexplanon is a no for me. And I don't think I'm gonna get on any other birth control. I'm just going to be natural and let God take its course because we shouldn't be putting all of these foreign items in our body and we don't know what the long-term effects could be for it. Meghan Markle once said, "Women don't need to find a voice, they have a voice. And they need to feel empowered to use it. And people need to be encouraged to listen." Ladies, don't be afraid to share your experiences, whether it be on IG, Facebook, Twitter, or wherever. Because, for example, it was comforting to know that other women had problems with their birth control like I did. We have to use our voice, and that's one way that we can empower one another to make lasting changes in our lives to level up. Until next time, ta-ta. Gege.